The teachings of the Stoics offer us valuable lessons about the importance of recognizing personal responsibility and interdependence. Those who believe that the world owes them something not only harm themselves but also negatively impact their relationships with others. The Stoics understood that we live in a complex world where our actions affect those around us, and that life is uncertain, without guarantees of getting what we desire. For the Stoics, cultivating personal responsibility means acknowledging that we are the protagonists of our own lives. Instead of complaining about what we haven't received, they sought to develop virtues and confront adversities, seizing the opportunities that arise. By adopting a mindset focused on responsibility, we create space for growth and self-transformation, concentrating on what is within our control. By letting go of the self-centered belief that the world owes us something, we find satisfaction in daily small achievements and live according to ethical values. By recognizing our interdependence and taking on personal responsibility, we achieve authenticity, growth, and harmony with our surroundings. True happiness lies in gratitude, compassion, and integrity, not in the pursuit of privileges. Now, let's explore the 8 types of people who cannot be helped and will only learn through the harsh lessons life has in store for them. 1. People who believe that the world owes them something. Stoicism offers a deep perspective on the mindset of people who believe that the world owes them something. This belief can lead to a life of dissatisfaction and frustration, as it places the source of happiness and well-being in external factors and the actions of others, rather than within oneself. Stoics emphasize the importance of personal responsibility. According to this philosophy, each individual is responsible for their own actions, thoughts, and emotions. Those who think the world owes them something often feel like victims of circumstances, preventing them from recognizing their active role in shaping their own lives. This victim mentality not only limits their personal growth but also affects their relationships with others, generating resentment and isolation. Moreover, Stoics teach that life is full of uncertainties and challenges. Believing that one is entitled to certain things can lead to disappointment, as reality does not always meet our expectations. Instead, adopting an attitude of acceptance and gratitude allows individuals to find satisfaction in what they have and in small daily victories. True strength lies in focusing on what we can control and learning to adapt to what we cannot change. Stoicism also promotes the idea of interdependence. By recognizing that we are all connected and that our actions affect others, we foster a sense of community and empathy. Rather than demanding something from the world, we can focus on contributing positively to our surroundings, which in turn enriches our own lives. In summary, people who believe the world owes them something often find themselves trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction. Adopting Stoic principles, personal responsibility, acceptance, and recognition of interdependence can provide a path to a more fulfilling life, where true happiness is found in internal growth and meaningful relationships. 2. People who do not take responsibility. People who do not take responsibility often find themselves trapped in a cycle of self-pity and resentment. By blaming others or external circumstances for their problems, they lose sight of their ability to influence their own lives. This mindset can create a sense of helplessness, where every obstacle is perceived as an insurmountable barrier. However, Stoicism reminds us that while we cannot always control what happens around us, we can always choose how to respond to it. This proactive approach allows individuals to recognize their power and agency in decision-making, transforming difficulties into opportunities for personal growth. Embracing this perspective can lead to greater resilience and adaptability, enabling individuals to navigate life's challenges with a more constructive mindset. Moreover, failing to take responsibility can have repercussions on interpersonal relationships. When a person evades their responsibility, they are likely to rely on others to justify their actions or decisions. This can not only create tension and conflict in relationships, but also lead to an atmosphere of distrust and resentment. In contrast, those who practice Stoicism tend to be more aware of their words and actions, fostering healthier and more constructive relationships. By taking responsibility for their decisions, they cultivate a sense of respect and collaboration that benefits everyone. This shift in attitude can lead to deeper connections with others, as individuals become more accountable and supportive, contributing to a positive environment where mutual growth is encouraged. Additionally, the absence of personal responsibility can hinder one's ability to learn from mistakes. When individuals refuse to acknowledge their role in a situation, they miss out on valuable lessons that can foster personal development. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of reflection and learning as essential components of a meaningful life. By examining their choices and understanding the outcomes, individuals can cultivate wisdom and improve their decision-making skills in the future. This reflective practice not only enhances personal growth, but also empowers individuals to face future challenges with greater confidence and clarity. Ultimately, personal responsibility is key not only to individual development, but also to nurturing a stronger and more supportive community. When individuals embrace their roles as active participants in their lives, they contribute to a culture of accountability and resilience. This shared commitment to responsibility fosters collaboration, empathy, and understanding among community members, creating an environment where everyone can thrive. In this way, the principles of Stoicism serve as a powerful reminder that taking responsibility is not just a personal journey. It is a collective endeavor that enriches our lives and the lives of those around us. 3. People obstinately focused on the negative side of life. Stoicism offers a valuable perspective on people who are obstinately focused on the negative side of life. This mindset, often rooted in pessimistic thought patterns, can limit a person's ability to experience life fully and meaningfully. Stoics believe that the way we interpret events and circumstances is fundamental to our emotional well-being. Those who insist on focusing solely on the negative not only deprive themselves of joy and satisfaction, but also become prisoners of their own perceptions. Stoic philosophy teaches that life is full of challenges and difficulties, but also of opportunities and beauty. Adopting a negative mindset involves ignoring the possibilities that exist even in adverse situations. Stoics promote the idea that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow and develop virtues such as resilience, patience, and self-control. By focusing on the positive, even in the face of adversity, people can transform their experiences and learn to manage their emotions and reactions more effectively. Furthermore, obstinacy in seeing the negative side can significantly impact interpersonal relationships. Those who constantly express a pessimistic view of the world tend to create an environment of negativity that can be exhausting for those around them. This not only drives away friends and family, but can also perpetuate a cycle of isolation and discouragement. In contrast, those who practice Stoicism foster an attitude of acceptance and gratitude, creating space for constructive dialogue and collaboration. For Stoics, the key to overcoming this negative tendency lies in the practice of self-reflection and mindfulness. By taking the time to examine their thoughts and emotions, individuals can identify patterns of negativity and consciously challenge them. This practice not only helps cultivate a more balanced mindset, but also allows for greater clarity and self-understanding. Over time, those who adopt this mindset may find greater inner peace and a deeper appreciation for life, even in its most difficult moments. In summary, Stoicism invites us to recognize that the way we choose to interpret our experiences has a profound impact on our well-being. By challenging the tendency to focus on the negative and opening ourselves to the possibility of growth and learning in every situation, we can transform our perspective and live more fully. Through the practice of self-reflection and mindfulness, we can cultivate a mindset that not only enriches our lives, but also inspires those around us to adopt a more positive view of the world. 4. Opportunistic people. Stoic wisdom provides a deep perspective on opportunistic people, those who seek to benefit from others without giving anything in return. This behavior, which can manifest in various forms, from manipulation to exploitation, is not only harmful to those who are on the receiving end, but also reflects a lack of character and virtue in those who act this way. Stoics value integrity and justice, so recognizing and avoiding relationships with opportunistic individuals is fundamental to maintaining an ethical and balanced life. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is that our relationships should be based on mutual respect and cooperation. Opportunistic people often undermine these principles by prioritizing their own interests over the well-being of others. This approach not only breeds distrust and resentment, but also makes it difficult to build meaningful and lasting connections. For Stoics, cultivating healthy relationships involves being selective about whom we surround ourselves with and ensuring that our interactions are grounded in fairness and mutual consideration. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us that the true value of a person is measured by their actions and virtues, not by what they can gain from others. Opportunistic individuals may experience superficial success, but they lack the authenticity and fulfillment that come from living in accordance with ethical principles. Instead of seeking quick gains at the expense of others, Stoics advocate for the pursuit of the common good and personal development through generosity and collaboration. By adopting a mindset focused on the well-being of all, we can build a richer and more meaningful life. Finally, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and reflection in our own actions. By examining our motivations, we can ensure that our decisions align with our values and principles. This awareness helps us avoid falling into the trap of exploiting others, as we become conscious of the impact of our actions. By fostering a Stoic mindset, we not only strengthen our character but also contribute to creating a more just and compassionate environment where everyone can thrive. 5. People without a vision for the future. Stoicism offers a valuable perspective on people who lack a vision for the future, those who live only in the present without considering the implications of their actions in the long term. This mindset can lead to impulsive decisions and a lack of direction in life. Stoics believe that reflection on the future is essential for personal growth and prudent decision-making. Without a clear vision of where we want to go, it is easy to be carried away by circumstances and momentary emotions, which can result in regrets and missed opportunities. One of the central teachings of Stoicism is the importance of self-discipline and planning. Stoics argue that we must have a clear purpose and work toward it, making decisions that align with our values and long-term goals. People without a vision for the future often focus on immediate gratification, ignoring the consequences that these choices can have on their future well-being. This short-term approach not only limits their potential but can also lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction and frustration. Moreover, a lack of vision can affect interpersonal relationships. People who do not think about the future may be more prone to act selfishly or impulsively, which can harm those around them. Healthy relationships are built on trust and mutual consideration, and having a vision for the future allows individuals to plan and engage effectively in their interactions. Stoics advocate for open and honest communication, which is essential for establishing lasting and meaningful connections. Finally, Stoicism encourages us to reflect on our own mortality and the ephemeral nature of life. This reflection can inspire us to live more intentionally and to consider the legacy we want to leave behind. People without a vision for the future often get lost in daily routines and distractions, while those who adopt a Stoic perspective can find a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. By cultivating a vision for the future, we not only prepare ourselves to face the challenges ahead, but also align ourselves with our deepest values and aspirations, creating a richer and more fulfilling life. 6. People incapable of seeing beyond their noses. Stoicism offers a deep reflection on people who are incapable of seeing beyond their noses, those who focus exclusively on their immediate needs and do not consider the broader context of their lives or the impact of their actions on the future. This short-term mindset can lead to impulsive decisions and a lack of planning that ultimately limits personal growth and satisfaction. Stoics believe that true wisdom lies in the ability to look beyond momentary concerns and to consider how our choices affect not only our well-being but also that of others. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the importance of perspective and reflection. By observing our lives from a greater distance, we can identify patterns, trends, and outcomes that might otherwise go unnoticed. People who live with a narrow focus tend to be less resilient in the face of challenges, as their limited vision prevents them from seeing the opportunities that arise amid difficulties. In contrast, Stoics promote the practice of meditation and self-reflection as tools to broaden our vision and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our surroundings. Moreover, The inability to see beyond the immediate can have negative consequences for interpersonal relationships. Those who concentrate solely on their own interests often act selfishly, leading to conflicts and resentments. In a Stoic environment, interdependence and empathy are valued, recognizing that our actions have an effect on others. Cultivating a broader vision allows us to build healthier and more meaningful relationships based on mutual understanding and support. Invites us to consider the ephemeral nature of life and the inevitability of change. By acknowledging our own mortality, we can learn to value what truly matters and prioritize our actions based on a higher purpose. People who cannot see beyond their noses often get lost in daily routines, while those who adopt a Stoic perspective can find a deeper sense of meaning in their lives. By broadening our vision and reflecting on our place in the world, we can cultivate a richer life aligned with our long-term values and aspirations. 7. People who live behind the veil of self-filtering. People who live behind the veil of self-filtering often enclose themselves in a bubble of distorted perceptions and self-deception. This self-filtering allows them to select the information they receive and how they interpret it, choosing to ignore those aspects of reality that do not align with their worldview. From a Stoic perspective, this behavior is problematic, as it hinders personal growth and the pursuit of truth. Stoics emphasize the importance of objectivity and honesty, both with oneself and with others, and by living behind this veil, individuals deprive themselves of the opportunity to confront their own limitations and mistakes. This defense mechanism can be particularly damaging in the realm of interpersonal relationships. By filtering experiences and emotions, people tend to distort the reality of others, leading to misunderstandings and conflicts. Self-filtering may make individuals feel comfortable in their comfort zone, but at the cost of losing meaningful and authentic connections. Stoic teachings encourage us to be vulnerable and open to constructive criticism, allowing us to learn from our interactions with others and grow as individuals. Moreover, self-filtering can lead to a cycle of complacency and stagnation. By avoiding confronting reality as it is, these individuals may develop a false sense of security that prevents them from moving forward. Instead of facing their fears and challenges, they choose to remain in their comfort zone, which can ultimately result in dissatisfaction and a sense of emptiness. Stoics promote the idea that true growth comes from facing adversities and learning from them, and living behind the veil of self-filtering can obstruct that process. By recognizing and challenging this pattern of self-filtering, individuals can begin to see the world more clearly and make more informed decisions. Stoic philosophy invites us to practice self-reflection and mindfulness, allowing us to question our perceptions and open ourselves to new perspectives. By breaking the veil of self-filtering, we can cultivate a more authentic life, rich in experiences and learning, and build more genuine and fulfilling relationships. The pursuit of truth and honesty with ourselves are key to a full and meaningful life. 8. People who believe that the problem is others, not themselves. People who believe that the problem lies with others, rather than with themselves, often fall into a trap of self-deception that prevents them from growing and learning from their experiences. This victim mentality can create a cycle of blame and resentment, where every conflict or difficulty is attributed to the actions of others. From a Stoic perspective, this way of thinking is counterproductive, as it strips the individual of their agency and personal responsibility. By failing to recognize their role in interactions and the dynamics of relationships, they close themselves off to the possibility of change and improvement. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in the ability to reflect on our own actions and attitudes. By blaming others, these individuals avoid facing their own flaws and limitations. This behavior not only hinders their personal development, but also negatively impacts interpersonal relationships. When one does not take responsibility for their own reactions and behaviors, it becomes difficult to establish authentic and meaningful connections. The blame projected onto others can create an atmosphere of distrust and resentment, perpetuating a cycle of negativity. Furthermore, this mindset can lead to a lack of resilience. People who see themselves as victims of circumstances tend to feel powerless in the face of life's challenges. This perception can limit their ability to adapt and overcome obstacles. In contrast, Stoics emphasize the importance of accepting what cannot be changed and focusing on what is within our control: our reactions, decisions, and attitudes. By adopting this perspective, one can find greater inner peace and the strength needed to face adversities. Recognizing that the solution to problems often lies within oneself is a crucial step toward personal growth. By accepting responsibility for our own lives and actions, we not only empower our decisions, but also open the door to a fuller and more meaningful life. This transformation begins with self-reflection and the willingness to learn from our experiences, rather than attributing blame to those around us. By doing so, we can cultivate healthier relationships, develop greater empathy, and ultimately find more satisfaction and happiness in our lives. In this video, we delve into the complex dynamics of interacting with 8 types of individuals who challenge our Stoic principles. While ancient Stoic philosophers taught us the importance of personal responsibility, self-transformation, compassion, and the pursuit of truth, it's essential to recognize that not everyone is willing to embrace these values. When dealing with individuals who hold detrimental mindsets, such as believing the world owes them something, refusing to take responsibility, obsessing over negativity, exploiting others, lacking a vision for the future, being unable to see beyond themselves, or engaging in self-deception, it's crucial to remember that our ability to change others is limited. Stoic teachings remind us that we can offer support, guidance, and understanding, but true transformation and growth can only occur when these individuals are ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery. Our role is to maintain patience, compassion, and integrity in our interactions while protecting our own inner peace. Ultimately, by adhering to Stoic principles, we gain not only the wisdom to navigate these complex situations, but also the ability to remain true to our ethical values and live harmoniously with the world around us. By letting go of expectations, cultivating personal responsibility, and seeking a deeper understanding, we open the door to self-transformation and inner growth. If you enjoyed the lessons from this video and wish to deepen your understanding of Stoic principles, please like this video, share it with others who may benefit from these teachings, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more content on practical philosophy and self-development. Together, we can create a community dedicated to living a more authentic, compassionate, and wise life in alignment with Stoic values.